Hello guys, welcome to another segment of Flutter tutorials for beginners. In this tutorial, we'll be looking at creating forms with text form fields, checkboxes, and buttons in Flutter. Alright, and this actually involves using various widgets and techniques to gather user input effectively. Okay, so let's head over to Visual Studio Code and get started. Okay, so we are now in Visual Studio Code. We are going to clear some codes and actually write some codes to demonstrate how forms work with Flutter. Alright, so what we will do is we'll just clear everything over here. That is the scaffold, everything within the scaffold and the scaffold itself. And here we'll call our class. Alright, so we'll call this my forms, which we are yet to create. Okay, so my form. Alright, so now that being done, we can now create our class. We'll be using a stateful widget for this class because so stfl, okay, and we'll call it my forms. Okay, sorry, my form. All right, so with that being done, then we can do a couple of things. Okay, so now let's actually declare our variables. Okay, so over here, so we are going to first start with the global key. So final form key, and we'll equal it to the global key widget. All right, and in here we'll just do form state. All right, and that is that. Okay, with this one, and we can declare the other one. So we'll use a string, and this is for the name. All right, our form is going to take in a name, so yeah, and it's just a string. All right, and we'll also do the same for password. Okay, so string underscore password. All right, an empty string. Okay, and we'll use a checkbox. All right, so this is either true or false, so we'll use a bool. Okay, we'll use a bool, and we'll do is checked. Okay, and we'll set it to false. All right, yeah, we'll set it to false because initially it's not checked. Okay, so now we can build the UI for the app. All right, so use a scaffold, and inside our scaffold we can make use of the app bar property, and we'll make use of the app bar widget, and inside the app bar we'll just state our title, and our title make use of the text widget, and inside our text widget we just write the text, probably Flutter form. All right, yeah, okay, so we can restart and see how it looks. Yeah, so that is just that. It's just our bar, and we can make use of the body property, and here's what we decide. We'll write everything that needs to be in our project. So first, let's make use of the pattern widget, and inside our pattern widget we'll just do an edge insert all. Okay, and we'll just set the value to 16.0. okay, then our pattern widget will take a child property, and the child will be the form widget. All right, so the form widget, and the form widget will also take in a child property. All right, so the child will be a colon. Okay, all right, then inside our column we state our children. All right, we will do that. We'll come and see which other widget that we're using, but the form has to take in a key. All right, so the key is the form key that we've created. All right, the form key that we did earlier on up there, yeah, over here. So inside our children, we can now state what we want to use. So the first one we are going to use is a text form field, which we use to display the name. All right, or the name. Okay, so but let's do something here. So use a cross as is dot alignment, a cross as is dot start. All right, so everything will start from the very beginning of the form. All right, so on the left side, yeah. And yeah, we can now start with the form. So we can first do that for the name. So let me add a comment here and say name test form field. All right, so make use of the test form field widget, and inside here we can specify a couple of things. All right, so use the decoration, and we'll make use of the input decoration widget. And inside our input decoration widget, there are a couple of things that we can state. So label text, label text, and the label text we are just going to use. We are talking about, it's a string, so we just set name. All right, then we can make use of the hint text too. So the hint text is also a string, so we just have to specify probably enter your name. Okay, and that is just that. So there are a couple of properties that you can make use of. All right, but for the purpose of this tutorial, these I think these two are okay for the input decoration. All right, so we can just restart our app and see how it looks. That looks good. Okay, and I want us to add a validation to our form. All right, so add a validation to our form. Okay, so make use of the validator property, and inside our validator we can have to specify a couple of things. Okay, so to value, then here, then we can specify what the condition we want to give. So if value dot if value, all right, then an exclamation dot is empty. All right, then do something. Okay, so you should return probably a string like please enter your name. All right, yeah, so that is just that. And if not, then return now. All right, so if it is not empty, then it should return now. All right, so it does nothing, and that is just that. And let's unsave it. So unsaved is still the value. All right, so the value, unsaved is the value. Okay, and yeah, I will just make use of the name variable that we created, which will set it to the value. All right, sorry, we just have to add an exclamation over here, and that is just that. Okay, so we can just copy everything over here. And do the same for the password test form field. All right, so we just have to probably say password, please enter your password, and yeah, so please enter your password, and we'll change the label text to password, then here to enter password. Okay, I think this looks good. Okay, and we have to obscure it or so that it will look like a password. All right, so we'll make use of the obscure text property and we'll set it to true. All right. Okay, so if you restart, that is really nice. Okay, that is really nice. Okay, so now let's do something. Let's add a size box, okay, to actually create some pattern between them. All right, so size box, we will make use of the height, okay, and we just use 16.0. Okay, so that is just that with this. Okay, so I'll just have to paste it over here. Okay, so I said we are going to make use of we've now made use of the text form field. So now let's make use of the checkbox. All right, so the checkbox, we are going to make use of a row widget. All right, so we'll make use of the row widgets, and inside our row we will just have to specify the children. All right, and inside our children we're making use of the checkbox widget and the text widget. All right, so we'll use the checkbox. All right, it takes in a value, and the value we've already created our is checkbox, all right, variable. So that, and the unchange will be the value. All right, and yeah, then we'll make use of the set state. I've already explained set state, what it does in my previous video, so you can look at it. So we just have to set it to true, set it to the value rather, sorry. All right, yeah, so whatever value that, and that's an exclamation, and that should take in an error. So we've done that for our text, we've done that for our checkbox. All right, so that's the first one, and I said we'll make use of the text widget. So sorry, we'll make use of the text widget, and inside there we just say I agree to the terms. I agree to the terms and conditions. All right, okay, so yeah, something just like that. Okay, so something like that. Okay, and let's restart the app and see. All right, so you can see everything being displayed over here. Perfect. All right, so let me copy the size box, and the last thing I'm going to make use of is the forms. All right, we'll make use of the button, sorry. So we'll make use of an elevated button. So sorry, let me pass a comment over here for us to understand it. Checkbox here. All right, and over here I can say button over here. All right, so we are making use of the elevated button. So elevated button takes in an press and all that, and a chat property. That's probably we are going to make use of the text. All right, so let me just do that for the text. Okay, we make use of the text widget, and we just say submit. All right, yeah, we just write submit. You're not going to style it. Okay, and on press there are a couple of things that we need to do. So yeah, okay, now we just have to state a condition. So if, okay, I'll use the form key. If the form key, all right, dot current context, then a column, dot validate, all right, Then we do something. Okay. We'll do something. Then we'll just pass the form key dot current state. Sorry, why this, I don't know why this is, oh, sorry. Instead of using current state, I use current. So yeah, dot current state, then colon, or an exclamation dot save. All right. That being done, then we can just print everything from the test form fields and the checkbox. All right. So print. Sorry. So comment over here. Process the form data. All right. So the first one is we'll just print the name. So the name, and we have to print the name that's the user input in the test form field. All right. So we'll do the same for the password. We'll do the same for the password. So just change password, and we'll do same for agree to terms. All right. So agreed to terms. All right. So we'll make use of the is checked variable that we created, and I think with that being done, everything is okay. All right. So we just first we called the my form over here inside our material app, and we created the stateful widgets, and we made use of a couple of I do not know why this is obscure thirst value. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So, and we created our variable. So the form key, the name for, and the password. Then there is check. Okay. And first we did our and first we did our app bar where we are saying Flutter form. All right. And later we did a body where we gave a padding to all sides and called the form as a child and place everything inside. So everything inside. So the column where we made use of the test form field, displaying the name, then the password. Then we also made use of the row, which is displaying the checkbox with a text. All right. And you see that true or false. All right. And then we also made use of the elevated button for submitting. All right. So now let's try it. If I try to submit, there should be a problem because there's a validation on each input. All right. So yeah, so name, please enter your name, enter your password. All right, as I enter a name, I say probably user. It's still because the validation has to be met. All right, and if I enter password 1 2 3 4 5, all right, and I submit, this should work because I didn't put a validation on the checkbox. All right, yeah, so we can see inside our terminal, Flutter name is equal to user, Flutter password is equal to 1 2 3, Flutter agreed to terms is equal to false because this user didn't actually agree to the terms of it. So now let's restart the app and try where the user actually agreed to the terms. So user password 1 2 3 4 5 and agree to terms, and we just submit, and you can see inside our terminal user The name is user, the password is 12345, and agree to terms is actually true. So yeah, so that is just that with forms in this tutorial. So my friends, just play along, play around it. There are a couple of properties that you can make use of with regards to the text form fields. All right, so you can try them out and try and do something interesting. All right, see you in the next tutorial where we talk about making an HTTP request. All right.